Hello everyone, and welcome to another story time. Today it's a story that is a little bit more on the present, since it was a story that happened last week. So, if you watch me on Twitch, you know that my boyfriend and I are looking for a new apartment for next year to finally move out of my parents' apartment. And we had the first apartment viewing for me in my entire life. It was, I don't know why I feel like sharing this, but it was such a weird experience for me, and I was so nervous about it that I just wanted to share it with you. Here we go. So, yeah, as I just said, my boyfriend and I had the apartment viewing last week on Saturday. And if you follow me on Twitch, which you should do, then you know this already and you already know a little bit about the apartment itself. I will try to pick some photos to show them from time to time, but I cannot promise depending on how much you can see on the photos. So yeah, don't take it as a promise. And I was so hyped to see this apartment because it's like, what was really, it looked just really nice. It was the first apartment I thought this could be an apartment that I want to live in. It looks so welcoming, and it was kind of cheap. I guess just a really good apartment for me. And we both of us, we were super happy to go there and visit the apartment. Maybe just because right now, my boyfriend and me live in one room basically in the apartment of my mother. We do not really have any space, and everything is very limited, even your privacy. It's very difficult because no matter which room you go into, there's always another person. Like if I go from my room where I like sleep and stream and do the video right now, Eva is most of the time there, like there's my bed, and he's most of the time there, laying there playing on his laptop, because we do not even have that much space for a second desktop and a second desk. So and he has a laptop anyway, so he just chills there. He sleeps there while I'm streaming because he needs to wake up early. And if he goes outside in the living room, most of the time there's my mom, because her sleeping room is only for sleeping. And that's it already with the rooms, because we have like a big room that is the living room where we also eat, and we have a kitchen that is really small. If two people in the kitchen, doomed. Like you cannot work as two people in that freaking kitchen. If Eva, for example, like my boyfriend, tries to cook and I just want to grab a drink, it's really hard because it's that less space. So just to have an idea, maybe I can put some photos in so you can see what I'm talking about. So yeah, you do not really have private space, and that's a fun fact for you. If I want to have my peace, I go sometimes long on the toilet or shower longer just to have space for me, just to have some private space, no one's coming in. And since we have a cat, that's also not guaranteed, because our cat loves following you on the freaking bathroom while you're taking a shit or while you go into the shower. He really hates closed doors, and he really wants to be with you while you're doing these things. I don't know why, but that's how it is, and I love my little baby and I would never give it away. So he's allowed to do it. And yeah, now you know our situation. And this situation was like this since COVID. My BF lost his job because of COVID. I had strong problems with depression and anxiety. So we often got into fights because he was just there sitting, had nothing to do. I was just sitting there, had to fight my own problems. And so it clashed together a lot of time, which was reinforced by the no space that I just explained to you. yeah, it was a really awful time. Anyway, my BF has now a job and we get money, so we can move out. We both, like, I don't have really I do not really hate my mom, but we have some problems overall because she's not really believing in things like depression, anxieties, and I have a lot of them. So maybe some of them are just in my head and not that bad, but for me they are real and they are bad. And people should, in that case, just take them for serious. If you want, I can drop another video just about my depressions and everything. Maybe you're interested into that. I don't know, but maybe it can help a few of you, so maybe we have something for next week. Yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, my boyfriend had got a job, so we can move now. So we looked for a few apartments and we found the one I mentioned. I tried to, as I said, maybe somewhere here are pictures. And I find it nice and cozy with a large roof terrace and more than enough space for both of us. So we have a room upstairs and downstairs, so Eva can set up everything upstairs, I'm going downstairs, or the other way around. Plus we have a kitchen with enough space in there. So we were really happy to get a visit there. And Saturday was the day I was so nervous, and I got up 2 hours before we needed to go there and got ready, showered myself, shaved myself, straightened my hairs, and looked for a certain shirt and so on, just to be as good as possible for that freaking thing. I was so nervous. My heart was being hit. Even now talking about it makes my heart race like shit. Heartbeat race like shit. So my heart was beating like crazy and But when we left, it was completely over. I could not formulate 2 sentences at the time, and the fear rose up in me. I began to sweat and tremble. Since we were 10 minutes early, my friend tried to call me in vain. As then the mail clerk came and we could examine the apartment. It was the dream apartment. It was really exactly what we had imagined, and we were thrilled, and cautiously I entered room after room, really close, really carefully to enter because I was so nervous, sweating. I was completely wet at this point. My shirt was wet as frick. And yeah. And my boyfriend remained complete calm. I have no clue how he did this. Please, if you can do things like that, if you stay calm in situations like that, explain me how. I don't get it. Like, I was sweating. My heartbeat, I could hear my heartbeat in my ears. You know, these are quite big ears, but even with my smaller IRL ears, I could hear my heartbeat. So I entered room after room to just calm my down self a little bit, yeah? And in the end, I have to say, it was super sweet. It was an exhausting but beautiful experience, nevertheless. I hope we get the apartment. I was so exhausted after the tour. I slept for 4 hours and the tour was like 15 to 20 minutes. And I was so exhausted. I couldn't do anything. I tried to put in some pictures if I can, because the apartment looks really nice and everyone was super nice. There was a person living in that apartment right now, so it was still in rent, but they also were super nice, came to us, talked to us. They saw that I was nervous, and both of them tried to relieve some pressure, just taking it as a casual thing, having some fun, joking around. Everyone was just so nice. And as I said, I pray that we get the apartment, but even if we do not get it, I can only wish the best of luck for the person that lived in that apartment and their wife as for the makler. They were super nice. It made me really feel better and put away some of the pressure. So if you see this video, which I don't think you will ever do, but if you do, take some love. You guys are amazing. Like you, if you stayed that long to the video. And with that, I would say goodbye. We see us next time. Have a great week. And stay safe and nice. Bye!